All right, let's talk about the deal with Chrysin and testosterone. We're going to dive into this whole story about a key hormone for your strength and mood, and this natural compound that might shake things up a bit. Let's get right into it.
So, have you ever wondered what's really going on behind the scenes? What's pulling the strings when it comes to your energy, your focus, your strength? Well, it's kind of like this little drama happening inside you with some really key players that we're about to meet. So, first up in our story, let's introduce the main character, the big one. And that main character is testosterone. Seriously, think of it as your body's own superstar. It's MVP. This is the hormone that's helping you build muscle, keeping your mood stable, and making sure your mind stays sharp. It's really like the captain of the team for feeling your best. But, even superstars have their challenges. And inside our bodies, there's this totally natural process that creates a huge plot twist in the story. And this plot twist, it's brought to you by an enzyme called aromatase. Picture it like a transformer. It has one very specific, very powerful job. It can grab our superstar testosterone and actually convert it into a totally different hormone, estrogen. So here's how that whole thing plays out. You've got testosterone just doing its important work. Then the aromatase enzyme shows up. And just like that, it triggers this conversion and boom, some of that testosterone gets switched into estrogen. Now, this is a completely normal and necessary thing for hormonal balance. But, keeping that balance right is the key to getting all those benefits from testosterone. So, what if another character could step in and maybe influence this whole transformation? Well, this is where our story gets really interesting. And this is where Chrysin enters the picture. It's a natural compound, and what's interesting is that it's been studied for its potential to interact with that aromatase enzyme. You can kind of think of it as a helpful manager that might step in and occupy the enzyme, which could potentially slow down that conversion of testosterone to estrogen. So, why do we even care about this balance? Well, it turns out when testosterone is well supported and everything's in harmony, the benefits can be pretty significant. I mean, the potential benefits are really wide-ranging. Research suggests it supports physical strength. We're talking both muscles and bones. It's also linked to sexual well-being, but it doesn't stop there. It's also connected to our mental clarity, helping sharpen your mood and focus. It even plays a role in your metabolic function, helping your body manage energy. It's really a full body support system. Okay, now, while all those potential benefits sound great, it is absolutely crucial to understand the important fine print here. Let's get to the reality check. And seriously, there is one critical point you absolutely have to be clear on. This is the big one, and it comes straight from the source material. Chrysin is not an FDA-approved treatment for testosterone deficiency, period. Yeah, it's been studied for its potential, but potential and proven or approved are two completely different things. And that distinction, it's incredibly important. So this brings us to what is easily the most important takeaway of all. Your body is totally unique. So before you even think about trying Chrysin, or really any new supplement, your first and only step should be to talk with a doctor. They're the only ones who can give you safe, personalized advice that's right for you. Because really, at the end of the day, your body is telling this incredibly complex and fascinating story every single second. We've just peeked at one tiny little chapter today. So the real question is, with so much more to discover, what are you going to learn about it next? Thanks for tuning in.